Shalom, peace and blessings. Shalom, shalom, shalom. If you check my YouTube comments, someone of some kind of non-ethnic Israelite, we know he's got Irish and some kind of black in him, so he's a bit like Israelite. He said to me, "You can't say shalom. It's a made-up word. It's made up by white supremacists. At least they've done something useful. I don't think it's true, but if they have made up a word that sounds really cool, it means peace and blessings. At least they've done one good thing before, Judgment Day. Just went down the shop, let my people go. Yeah, you know that. Took us away them slave ships. When I was at Queen Mary's Mental Hospital, closest to London, it sounds weird, but to some of you tribal people, it won't sound strange at all. To the other people, just have some trust. You can see what I'm saying about I'm the tribe of Dan. That's in the Book of Revelations. We're here to bring justice and judgment, courtesy of the Most High God, Elion, Ahaya Ashat Ahaya, the great I am, whatever name. Has a number of names. Yeah, Red Alpha is dead. It's like, no one's going to blame me. He's been dead a while. Obviously, he's in heaven. Because in my video, I said, Red Alpha, this is unconditional love. People won't understand. I really hope you're dead, away from this pleasant planet, this wicked world, and you're in heaven. But in a selfish way, I hope you're still here so you can mentor me. Kind of bit of both at the moment. Yeah, and I'm to do with the 13th tribe. No, not that book. The 13th tribe, about these Jews currently occupying our homeland, the Holy Land. Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach, Yahushua, the Black Christ, warned us in the Book of Revelations. And I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews, but they are not. Oh no, they're the singer of Satan. Yeah, I always wondered how they treat the Palestinians. If they're God's people, I don't want nothing to do with God. And then there was a song by Billy Bragg, kind of folk singer, very political songs, about near I used to live, St George's Hill. And it's like a really posh area now. And it's a song about the Diggers. In 1845 in St George's Hill, a ragged band they called the Diggers came to do the people's will. And it was about when they'd done the enclosures, putting the fences around the land and taking it all for the rich people. And I will not worship the God they serve, the God of greed who feeds the rich while poor men starve. And now I'm back keeping the laws, statutes and commandments. I've been born again, so it's more like a spiritual thing than I have to read it every day. I like reading Torah. At the moment I can't listen to any of them because I've gone to all of them in my amazing tales of Morgellons. The Hopi Native Americans know it as the Ashamana Tiawana Shikiniya Awama Ashamana. I know half of what I'm saying, the interpretation. Yeah, Ashamana. They call it the time of great purification. It's in everyone and everything. It's like Father Christmas, Santa Claus, It knows if you've been naughty, it knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. It's kind of proof that there is a God. He does love you. He sent his only begotten Son. There's only one Saviour. I'm not a Saviour. I've walked Christ's path, you understand? Crucified twice in the physical, and then obviously here everyone's been horrible to me, calling me mad. On CBN, Christian Broadcasting Network, some evil woman called me a witch, called me an antichrist. When I was the one quoting Bible scriptures and praying for everyone, I got kicked off for telling people, the rapture is going to be this year. And a number of other little prophets are saying that. And they said to me, we're banning you, no one knows the day or the hour. And I said, yeah, I'm saying the year. If I said the day or the hour, you understand there's a lot of difference between 365 days and one day now. I'm telling you, Messiah's with me. I'm his sheep. I hear his voice. I think I proved that. The rapture's this year. If you don't believe that, that's fair enough. Why should you? We have to test everything. You understand? Test the spirits. But actually test them 3 times. Yes, so Gabriel of Christ Church, not the whole of them. Obviously, there must be some good ones. But one of the elders, I've done a video, Crucial Message to GOCC, Gabriel of Christ Church, and all the 12 tribes. I didn't realise there were 13 then. And any Gentiles that want to stand with Christ. It's only about a 3-minute message. It got 3K views, a lot more than most of my messages. And a lot of people from Gabriel of Christ Church actually said, oh, we love you and you're one of the messengers and that. And then they've the copy of the email is on my community page and on my Facebook. They wrote back today and I was so happy just to hear from them. And then Messiah said to me, come on, you've given them all this knowledge of who you are, and you're to do with the Hopi, the true white brother, who, like Red Alk said, is a true white sister this time, and all this. And they're saying to me, oh, in cases of doctrine, write to AOL, Gavin, you're not the 144,000 because you don't know any of the spiritual things. Like, and when Messiah says, unless your eye be single and full of light, it will be darkness. That's your third eye. I'm a type of Joseph, I'm kind of Joseph in reverse. I wasn't sold into slavery by my brothers when I was young. I only had one brother. His name's Gary Alexander, named after Alexander the Great of all people. Ashamana. Oh no, we don't want to be associated with him. My family have kind of like, you know, I found out my daughter's actually a witch and she's been doing things to me in the spiritual realm. And when she came to see me in mental hospital when she turned 18 and got her first tattoo, Michelle, my name on her hip, it was in the spiritual realm. It was binding me into some kind of slavery. What I was saying, while I was at Queen Mary's and I was mental, but it turns out a lot of things I was saying when I was crazy, not just the obvious things like the government's trying to kill you. You know what I mean? Check out chemtrails if you think I'm crazy. Social workers and psychiatrics trying to put you back in mental hospital. I don't think so. I'm not a danger to myself and I'm not a danger to anyone else. And to section someone, that's what you have to do. Before you have sectioned me, I've been arrested by the police just for crying. I broke up with my boyfriend. It's like that Pink Floyd's thing, isn't it? You can't show feelings, arrested for showing feelings. You know what I mean? I'll just listen to some hip hop. Let Everything That Has Breath. Law Vince, I really like him. I wouldn't ever comment on his channel. I can't bear to tell anyone else this news, because if one more person rejected me, it would break my heart. And also when I think what it's doing to my father, to our father, to God, it would destroy me. So I'm just kind of making videos and not commenting on anyone. Yeah, so and I agree with their doctrine. It's just like some black fascists try to kill me. Understand? Send spiritual warfare when they couldn't get near me, because I'm a mighty warrior now. Understand? If you're a true disciple, you'll pray in tongues, cast out demons, and you can overcome poison. That's why these Morgellons, if you want to see a little taste of what our enemies are going to get, they bear in mind some of these people could be on the book of Job, you understand? So let's not be too quick to judge. I don't know about that yet. But, you know, either way, this is neutral. Put in Morgellons, images, Morgellons, swords and images, and that's just the taste. I'm going to post the email that I sent them, and then the reply was just the doctrine. I've got no trouble with the Gabriel Christ doctrine. Like I said to a couple of people, you can see on my video, crucial message to GOCC and the 12 tribes. There's actually 13. Just like, oh yeah, what I was saying, when I was in mental hospital, and it was like on a few buildings, and I used to keep thinking there's black slaves. Maybe we were there then, I didn't know. I knew that Irish were taken into slavery, but I didn't know we were Israelites. We were taken as slaves and indentured servants from Ireland. I didn't know we were actually Israelites, and it seems I haven't met one black Hebrew that knows that. Maybe you'll watch this and I'll meet you tomorrow, and then I will meet one that knows that. That would be really nice. Yeah, so I was thinking, and then I was saying to the staff, I know what you're doing. In the staff room there's another exit, another door, but I don't think they knew. But there's like hidden gateways everywhere, like parallel words. Check out Red Alps and Prophecy, and some of the teachings, like the Dagon tribe in West Africa. NASA is, Morgellons is tagged by NASA allegedly, but judging by my dreams, it's a bit more than that Gil Horan song, you know. Can't afford no groceries, but Wiley's on the moon. I can't help you with your groceries. I used to be a really good shoplifter. Shoplifters of the world unite. That's the song I said. I'm only joking. I'm not now. I'm a good guy. I'm not allowed to advocate illegal. I used to call it reparations. I keep trying to say to these people, why are you asking your government for reparations? How long is it since they promised us a mule and 40 acres? You understand? I understand your own pain. I want reparations too for you. But what I'm suggesting is call on the Most High, because He's going to turn the vibration. I'm going to copy the email. This is 8 minutes now. It's a bit too long for me, because there's direct energy weapons that kind of burn you, and then there's CIA voice for skull, kind of synthetic schizophrenia. I've already had the regular demon-induced schizophrenia. All mental, not mostly all mental illness. It may be true that some of us have something wrong with our frontal lobe, but it's caused by unrepentant sin and unhealed trauma. I'm here to help with both of those. I'm trying to learn about the native Irish ways, and particularly the shaman ways. Yeah, what I was saying, it's coming from the chemtrails, so Morgellons, it's in everyone and everything. But if you're good, it'll be really good, and you can, as you're feeling positive vibrations, it's affecting your environment more than usual, and it will open your 7 chakras. That's what Joseph had. That's it. And the Bible, people try to say, oh, it's either physical, actually happened, or it's metaphysical, it's symbolical, like that seek east. It's actually both. It says right in, I think it's Psalms, maybe the Psalm of Moses 90, I can't remember, something about we are actors or something like that. It's both, you understand? They were real people, but they're acting out real things. Like Joseph, I believe, he really had a coat that his dad made him, but it also his 7 chakras. So remember, his brothers were jealous and tried to kill him, and I think it was the tribe of Judah brother that saved him, wasn't it? But with me, it's the other way around. I haven't even opened my chakras back up again. One last thing, 10:10 on the clock. Yeah, the Dogon tribe in West Africa know about 0101 binary code. That's what runs NASA. Check out Immortal Techniques, lyrics, and read out its prophecy. They were talking about Morgellons before I done this. You understand? That's how come I learnt a lot about it. You really need to check out Immortal Technique. He's not so good at the moment. He was in the Valley of Psalms again. You understand? I went and done some spiritual warfare with my cat. I don't call him Kitten White anymore because he's a white teenager. He's so lovely. He's like me 6 months. He's got 2 charities already. Really loves blessing the poor. Check out his 1-minute shorts. He has one, prayers for children of all ages, races, places. You understand? He's a very sweet cat. We're telepathic. A lot of Christians want to say that's witchcraft, so we're mad and making it up. I think you'll find that King Solomon spoke to the birds and the ants. I very much doubt they spoke out loud. They haven't got that kind of voice box. So, you know what I mean? By audio elimination, I'm assuming it's telepathy. But if you find that a bit insane, this is probably not for you. This is for those who've eyes to see and ears to hear. At the same time, this is all lukewarm Christians. This probably isn't for you because you're so evil. I'm pure now, tahor in Hebrew. I'm like a mirror. So if you look at me and see evil, you're looking at yourself. Second witness. In psychology, I got kicked out of school early and things, but I went back to college and done access to higher education, and then 1 month at Kingston University. But I spent all my money on like heroin and crack and buying my friends things, and then didn't go back. Yeah, there's a thing called projection. It's when there's something really wrong with you, and instead of looking at your heart and examining it daily like we're supposed to, second witness, hey, white boy, shaman, you okay? 2 more minutes. He's the boss, you know. He's my, that's what I say. He's my officer, because he's black in his mouth. But I'm starting to readjust that. No, I'm not going to tar white people with the same brush. What's worse, the black fascist or white supremacist? I think it's the black fascists because they're misogynist tribe. You understand? And they've got melatonin, which is meant to make you more spiritual. I heard them labelling say about chosen people, seed of Israel, which obviously they are, and melatonin. But then I thought, what about these witch doctors in Africa? They get albino people and take their body parts to do witchcraft. So we may not have melatonin, but I'm sure we got something. Shamana. I better go. I can't remember what else I was going to say. Okay, so Messiah said, just don't write back to them. If someone comes to me and I wasn't even Christian and gave me all that knowledge and said, look, here's proof that they're enemies, and what I said to them is what I'm saying to you now. I'll do anything for Messiah like Mary Magdalene would. Because he's promised me, he's proven it to me over time. He didn't at first, you know. I just took it on faith that he'll enter capitalism, imperialism, or colonialism, whatever you call it, and enter racism and enter slavery. Although I know someone will keep that on. Although it does say in the book of Isaiah, the oppressors, they will be slaves for life, and I imagine they go to hell or something. But it says about the Gentiles, and this was the sister that commented on Gathering Christchurch. She said it would be 7 years. And I thought I was a Gentile until about 6 months ago. I used to say to my other Gentiles, what are you worrying about? It's we're not slaves, it'll be an honoured position, like handmaidens and servants, and they'll be like Messiah, you understand? Who wouldn't want to serve a black Hebrew Israelite that's like Messiah, kind and loving and knows more than you, and you can learn from them. And that's to do with Jubilee, I think she meant, you know, after 7 years you can go free. I suppose if one of those elders tried to kill me, you probably wouldn't want to be in slavery to him, but I think he's going to be the slave, you understand? Not that I need a personal slave, I'm quite weak sometimes, but I can do it, yes. So it's also in the drugs, that like read out, I smoke tobacco still, because shaman know that these, one aspect of Morgellons is like little white silver, like cut down of threads. They're in your stomach. We've had our stomachs hollowed out through the Morgellons. It's quite painful, but it's worth it. Oh yes, it's worth it. They're really worth it. And they give the darts more potency. But please don't say, Michelle, my husband disrespected me. I'll give you £50, you can curse him. I'll be like, oh no way. And you're like, what, 100? How about 100? And I'm like, no. 5 million? No. And if you want me to heal you, I can heal you, but I can't like just say, I'll do it like that. You have to ask Messiah. We'll have to ask the Holy Spirit and see what she says. My favourite song about the Holy Spirit is Ruach, R-U-W-A-C-H, by Brother Bronze. He used to do Gathering Christchurch, and I still like a lot of the things to do there. But I'm not going to Messiah, and I was so happy just to get one answer, you understand? And then Messiah said, read it back, read it again. They're disrespecting you again. So I'm going to get off now. 15 minutes. I'm going to obey my cat because he knows a lot more than me. He's a bit more than the average kitty cat. Like Immortal Technique says in a song, I used to write this on the board at Tulworth Mental Hospital. Every morning I have a board of activities. The saying that I'm not a fan of a groupie. The saying that I ain't the type of cat you can afford to miss if you shoot me. So shoot me. What have I done wrong? Tell me why you want to kill me. Anyway, I'm going to go. You obviously couldn't kill me, so it's all relative, isn't it?